So if I asked you a question, what does WIR or B13 or SD stand for? Would you know? Hi, I'm Mitch from NextGen Building, and over the next couple of minutes we're going to have a chat about the third tool that we have in our communication toolbox, which is all to do about understanding the language that the tradesmen use in your building project. Okay, so as we talked about before in the intro, I've floated past some abbreviations past you and asked you, do you know what they mean? So the language that we use in the building trade especially is predominantly, it's a drawn language. So what that means is that we would have a set of plans that we read from, and a lot of the language is in a drawing format. So because of this, it's really crucial that you have a really good set of plans. So a good set of plans will communicate what your ideas and intentions are for the project. And a set of plans is, well, if they're done with a professional consultation or professional service, they will be written in an industry standardized language that most tradesmen will know how to decipher. So in your set of plans, or in the language or terms that we use, there is so many different terms that we use. So when you're talking with your tradesmen or your team that you've chosen, if you hear a term that you're not sure about, don't be afraid to ask. There's nothing more frustrating for not only the builder but for yourself when you think, gee, I should really know what that means, or I sort of know what he's saying. Just ask, because 9 out of 10 times the people that you're talking to will be more than happy to explain what they mean or explain a certain term that you may have read on a plan. So having a good set of plans that's been developed by a professional or a professional consulting service does all those things that we've talked about already, but one other thing that it does is, and this is probably the most important thing, is when you're putting your project out to tender or you're getting for quotes and things like that, having a set of plans that you can issue to the companies or the personnel that you're asking to quote on for you, because you've got it all written there and it's consistent to whoever you're pushing it out to, what it does is it removes all your variables, it removes your unknowns, and more importantly, it removes all the issues surrounding unknown variations or surprises along the way. So there's one thing when you can say, right, I build A, and if it's done verbally, we want it done X, Y, and Z way, but builder B, he might turn around and say, oh, well, don't do it that way, I can suggest this different way, and therefore you've immediately got two conflicting prices and they're not apples for apples. So another thing it does, and this is probably the point I want to ram home, is when you remove all of that issues surrounding assumptions, for example, you close the door to variations, because the people that have issued you quote or have said that they're going to work on the project with you can't come back at you and say, oh, we didn't know. So that's why it's just so critical that you put the time and effort into getting those plans done up front. A lot of construction or building companies will even offer a service that they will develop those plans for you in the industry standardized language that it needs to be in. And then those plans can be broken apart depending on the project, whether it needs to be tailored for an electrical company to quote on, tailored for a plumbing quote, structural, architectural, cabinet making, etc., etc. So as you can see, there's quite a bit that goes into a really good set of plans. And that's why it's so critical that you spend the time up front before you start your project getting them right. So if you see some terms or whatnot on the plans and you're not sure what they mean, a good place you can jump online and just Google it, or a website that you might visit is www.yourbuilding.org. There's a page there where it really shows a big list. I think it's in PDF format, and it shows you the abbreviation and a meaning. So that's about it, guys. Thanks for listening. I'm Mitch from NextGen Building, and as always, if you have any questions, bang a comment in the in the box below. I'll get back to you as soon as I can. And we'll talk about our video for next week, so look out for that. And that's it. Bye for now.